Welcome to the New Home Show. This is your information connection to find out everything you need to know about buying a new construction home in Central Florida. I'm your host, Daniel McFee. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome back to the New Home Show. I'm your host, Daniel McFee, and today we have Trenton Koch from Holiday Builders here with us. Trenton, thank you so much for being here today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So, as is the custom with this show, we're going to dive right into it. And we'll start with Trenton. Just tell us about Holiday Builders, how they came to be, how long they've been around, and everything you think that they ought to know.
Absolutely. Well, Holiday Builders has been around for just over 40 years. Started in 1983. Two brothers got together and formed the company out in the Melbourne, Palm Bay area. And we now build almost throughout all of Florida and a little bit of coastal Alabama. So we're, I guess, technically regional, but mostly a local Florida builder. Here in Polk County, we build in the Eden Hills subdivision. That's where I'm located. We also build in the Point Siena area. And then we have two new communities coming up. One of them is going to be in Dundee, and then the other is going to be in Lake Wales. Fun fact, in 1999, we became the very first employee-owned home builder in the U.S.
Well, now that we know a little bit about Holiday, Trenton, tell us a little bit about you.
Sure, absolutely. Thanks. I have been doing real estate sales here in Florida since, well, probably like about 24 years, since 2001. My love for real estate and for architecture and construction started when I was in fourth grade. My parents built a custom home. And so it started with the architect coming into our dining room, having all the plans, talking to my parents, figuring out what they want to do, having the contractor come in, and, you know, a year and a half later, seeing this whole entire process of construction, residential construction. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
So throughout middle school and high school, taking drafting classes, even in my summers of high school, I worked as a laborer for a custom home builder, just learning the trades, learning construction. Then I went to school at the University of Colorado in Boulder, studying architecture and urban planning. Learned so much, just so much about the industry, and just had such a wonderful time. Came to Florida, and I've been in real estate, like I said, since 2001. Being with a new home builder, what I like about that is I do get to utilize my real estate sales knowledge, but I get to be in an industry that I love, which is building homes.
Yeah.
And with our customers, a lot of it being like maybe a first-time home buyer, having that knowledge and having them trust me to guide them through the entire process and seeing it's just so fulfilling at the end when they get into their very first home. There's nothing better than it. I absolutely love it.
I got to say, I've talked to a lot of people in the real estate industry, and I don't think I can think of a single person that can go back that far in their life and have some sort of a touch in the industry. And it's really cool that you've really been in a lot of different aspects of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can kind of visualize when you're talking about, your living room and seeing the plans get folded out on the table.
It was very cool. It was very exciting. Yeah, that was back in the old blueprint days too.
Yeah.
There was the T-square and everything, marking this all up, and they let me be a big part of it. So that was really cool. And my mom is an educator, and she knew this was probably going to be something.
Yeah, that was clearly very impactful to you.
Yes, it was, for sure.
But then to go on and have drafting classes, you have a degree in the field, and then working, as a laborer. And I just love that.
Very hands-on, yeah.
It's really nice to have people in the industry that have that kind of knowledge and experience. Well, Trenton, this is the part in the show where I ordinarily ask, what makes you different? I'm going to say that a little bit different. What makes you Holiday Builders?
Okay. Well, we do quite a bit of energy efficiency into our homes. We're a very quality builder. I don't think I could represent a product if I didn't believe in it. So we definitely are a quality builder at an affordable price. One of the neat things with our homes, we do offer, as far as features, tile throughout, carpet in the bedrooms, but tile throughout. In our bathrooms and our kitchens, we do quartz countertops, granite countertops. For example, our Cornerstone product line offers 42-inch upper cabinets where the microwave and vents outside, so you're not recirculating your smelly, cooking and everything.
If I can interrupt real quick, those never work.
Those recycling? No, it doesn't.
I mean, I like the concept and I understand the concept, but I'm telling you what, you're going to be smelling whatever you go to.
It is true.
Wow.
It is true. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that you all do offer that. I'm seeing some of that. I'm seeing some builders that don't add those vents in there or don't offer that,
right.
And I just think that's probably not best practice.
So many people, when they walk in, that they notice that right away.
Yeah. I know. I look for it every single time.
Good. We also offer wood windowsills, which really, once you see that, it's so much better looking aesthetically than just a basic drywall windowsill.
It's really functional.
Exactly.
If you have it's Florida. A lot of people have their windows up. It's Florida. We get some rain.
Yeah.
When those two happen at the same time, it's nice to have that protection of the windowsill. In fact, I think that's probably how the name came to be. It seals the window. It's not spelled that way.
Right.
That's my hat explanation on that one.
There you go. We also offer 9-foot 4-inch ceilings. And then again, with our energy efficient products, blown R38 insulation in the ceilings, definitely above code. A lot of the things that we do at Holiday Builders is going to be built above code. We also do low E vinyl windows and doors. And then believe it or not, we have a solar powered roof vent system.
Wow.
Which is very unique. I think we're one of the only builders right now in Polk County that offer that. Just one of those things that makes us stand out from our competition.
That sounds super techy. Hey, and going back to the granite and quartz,
yes.
I love that. I think, I don't want to say the brand name, the pressed wood counters or whatever you would say.
Laminate.
Yeah. Thank you. The laminate countertops, those have just been kind of the standard for a long time. And I really like to see builders coming in and making stone the new standard.
Absolutely.
It's just a far superior touch to the home. I think most people want it, but it's an expense that a lot of people won't make to upgrade, until they're ready to sell their house and they haven't gotten to enjoy it all those years.
Exactly, because it is a little bit more expensive and somebody isn't going to most likely do it after the fact,
right.
Go to a Lowe's or Home Depot or whatnot. If it can be done at the very beginning, it just gives that home such a much better look to it.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a little bit about Holiday Builders in general. I'd love to hear a little bit more about Eden Hills.
Absolutely. So here in Polk County, Eden Hills is probably our premier location. We are located just 6 minutes from I-4, located in Lake Alfred. We have some wonderful amenities. We have a resort-style pool that has a little tot splash pad with it, 2 playgrounds, a dog park, and a dock that goes out into one of the lakes.
And now I got to stop you right there because I've seen your community. You're underselling that dock.
It's neat. It's really
nice.
Cool.
It's really nice. I don't know, out of fish, and I think a lot of people look at that and say, oh, that's a fishing pier or whatever. I mean, maybe so, but I think that would be a great place to go hang out, watch the sunset, sunrise, whatever, wherever.
Photos.
Yeah, photos.
Everything.
It is really nice. Or just sit and look at the water. It's a very tranquil spot. And it's, I really enjoyed that out there. So I just had to give it a little bit more.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it is. It's a very, very neat amenity that we have. And then, of course, there's several different sections of Eden Hills, all connected with walking trails, especially in the evenings as I'm leaving for work. And, of course, on the weekends, lots of families, lots of people out on bikes with strollers, the kids. It's a very walkable community, very family-friendly community as well.
So Trenton, for people that aren't from Polk County or maybe even not from Florida at all, you talk about Lake Alfred and kind of what's right there. Tell us a little bit about what if someone bought a home in Eden Hills, what they might have access to regionally and the amount of convenience because of that location.
Sure. So there's a lot of nature activities that can be done. There's tons of lakes around, boat ramps, launches. parks all throughout. I think this part of Polk County is what makes Florida living just so much different than anywhere else in the country. It's really quaint. It's really beautiful. You're close to what you need to be for conveniences. You're close to Orlando, if you need to be there. But within 10 minutes, you have Publix almost in 3 different directions. Mm-hmm. There's lots of shopping. There's mom and pop stores. But that's the best part of being in more like a smaller town community. It's just a wonderful, wonderful place.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that. For me, this is, by the way, if you didn't know this is where Florida really is. It's not the beaches.
It's so true.
And there's rivers, there's lakes, there's, I came here from Tennessee and I didn't think that I would ever get to go backpacking again. The Florida Trail actually comes right through Polk County. There's a ton of stuff to do here. So thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
And then, if you want to go see the mouse, we're not too far from there. So tell me, or actually tell them, what would it be like if somebody came to Holiday Builders? You're going to come with me, right? From kind of just a quick overview from us walking through the door until they're getting the keys to their house. What does that look like there?
So first, we do a little bit of discovery. Like, why are you here? What are your needs? Obviously, you're in some sort of a housing situation right now that doesn't work for you. So we talk about that. Talk about your pain and figure out what it is that you want, what you need. How can I help you with that? So then we kind of formulate a plan moving forward. We do talk about financing. We have our in-house lender, Coastal Loans. By utilizing them, there are definitely advantages and incentives that carry by going through our title company and our lender. Also, you get me and you get my service and you get my experience taking you through every step of the way. From the very beginning to going through quality assurance inspections, appraisals, meeting with our superintendent, the new home orientation, and then if for whatever reason there is some warranty concerns that come up within the next year, we have a very seamless process on how to do that as well. It's just we want to make sure this is easy and a very fun, positive experience for you. At Holiday Builders, we definitely achieve that.
Yeah, that's so important. Everybody has to have a home. That experience really does matter. I tell clients and other people this all the time. I only work with people that share that same value in giving someone a great experience. So it really does mean a lot to hear you say that.
Well, good. Thank you. And it's true. Absolutely.
Yeah, great. Well, folks, I think that's it for today. If you are interested in a new build home here in Polk County or anywhere in Central Florida, I'd love to have a conversation with you, talk a little bit about what you're looking for and how I can help you. You can reach me at 863-273-6324. My email is daniel.mcfee@cbrealty.com. My social media handle is @daniel.hat.mcfee. Pigeon, smoke signals, whatever you need to do. Talk to you soon.